Are you ready? Oh, I'm ready. Are you ready? I'm ready. Are you ready? Let's do this.
Let's do this thing, man.
The League Podcast.
Yeah.
Good afternoon, Jacob and Tyler. Yes, that is
Tyler,
right.
who's
We
that?
have Tyler
What?
Cedroth on set today, guys.
He
So,
made it. Cedar, who is he?
what's up, man? Welcome to The League Podcast. So excited to be back for our third episode today.
That's right.
If you haven't already, follow us on Instagram at The League Podcast or on Twitter at The League Pod. All right, guys. So
Brought in the big guns today.
yeah, the big boys are in the
According to
house.
yourself. the only person that thinks the big gun. We'll see. But so this is gonna be interesting today. We gotta cover.
Yes.
We got some ground to cover with Tyler. He's got to catch up.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Tyler, welcome on set.
Yeah,
Thank
dude.
you. It's been a while.
He's been on
It's
daddy
actually never
duty, so-
happened.
So-
So it's never been a while, but we're gonna figure this out. I'm gonna tell you the real advice. Disregard all the last advice you've heard from the past 2 episodes. It's all bullshit. I'm the one you need to listen to. So just whenever I'm not on the podcast, just disregard everything that's
Listen,
said.
I do a lot of disregarding of what you say. That's worked out pretty well.
Hey, well,
so,
I was a champion of my league
when?
last year.
Not the league.
Not your guys'
not
league.
the league.
Not your stupid league. The one for actual money. I won.
With
So-
the help of me. So.
Not even and getting stuff that was ridiculous. The trades you were telling me, I was like, get out of here.
The trades,
Who-
the waiver wire
all that
pickups.
stuff.
Hey,
no one was
people-
even playing.
people
You're playing
like
with
me.
rookies.
People
You're playing
like
with
me.
rookies.
People
He's playing with
trust
people
what I'm
that have
doing.
no
So,
idea.
Hey, you
You
keep
should
playing.
trust
You
me
keep playing in
too.
the D League. We're up here in the pros. All right. You listen to the pros. Listen to the guy playing down in AAA.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, let's get it started, boys.
Are we getting it started?
Yeah, so
All right.
Tyler, go
So
ahead and
I'm
cover yours.
gonna. I haven't been here, so I'm gonna catch up to them. I'm gonna do my 50 through 40, and then we're gonna all catch up together, and we're gonna do a little surprise sleeper picks and bust picks and breakout
breakouts,
picks. Yeah, so we'll see how it goes. I'm gonna start off real quick. My number 50 is Jared Goff. Just kidding. It's not because Jared Goff is garbage. And before I get to my 50, I have some beef with you, Dylan.
Oh, God.
Tavon Austin, what's wrong? That's the biggest homer pick I've ever heard in my life.
Come on, man. You know that Tavon.
No.
You know
No,
Tavon
no,
Austin
no.
has the talent to be good. You watch his
Please,
college highlights, all the records
please.
he broke.
Please, everyone, do not draft Tavon Austin. He will be on the waiver wire for you to pick up if you really want him.
Yes, he will be. Only
will
person
not
that'll
be
have him as a
drafted.
Rams fan.
He will not be drafted.
That's fine.
Please disregard that pick. It was. I don't know what's
Hey,
happening.
who knows though? I kind of like it this year. I like Tay. I didn't like him last year, but coming in this year,
Nah,
I think Tay.
It's the system.
I think
It's
that's
about-
one thing that it's going to be make or break for him this year.
Well,
They
see, I hated when he said that. I knew it was gonna happen. I knew it was gonna be a homer pick. It's
NFL
the first thing.
The
And it
NFL.
happened.
The NFL is a system, an
You're gonna have
offensive
some too,
system league. You know, if you're in the right offensive system, then you could be successful no matter who it is.
Hey,
You've
it
seen
could
multiple
work out.
guys
It
go
could.
to different offenses with different offensive coordinators, different systems, and fail after being such a stud, you know? And, I mean...
Yeah, it could happen. I would not put him in my 50. I think he just wanted to talk about the Rams because it's his only shot of doing it. So let's actually get this started because it's not Jared Goff because he is not very good. So my 50 is going to be Keenan Allen. Keenan Allen, I had on my team last year. He was a beast.
For 2 weeks.
He's yes, for 2 weeks.
It's
But
so sad. I
he
hate to
will-
say that.
But he will be healthy. He will be ready to go. He should be higher up on the list if he was healthy last year. And Keenan Allen is my pick. Does anyone have any complaints about that?
No, I've
I mean-
been picking him in a lot of mock drafts
Yeah.
because I love Keenan. I always have.
Yes.
Last year I was so high going into high on Keenan Allen going into last year. So, but it just seems like a every year occurrence. It's just like out for
It
season.
happens.
out for
But if
season.
he could stay healthy, he will be a wide receiver
He's-
1.
doesn't
Probably a
drop
wide
the
receiver
ball.
2, but could go up to a wide receiver 1.
Oh yeah, if you can get him as your number 2 receiver, you're set. You're
Set.
stacked.
Especially in a PPR league.
Oh
He
my
catches
gosh.
lots of balls.
He could catch 15.
And
balls
I'm not
in a
worried
game.
about Mike Williams. Mike Williams is a rookie. everyone gets
He's
all
out for
hyped
season,
up.
He's
isn't
done. He's out.
Is he out for the season?
He's out
oh
for the
my
season.
goodness.
So
Right?
he's actually Keenan's got it. Well,
So
then it'll be
Keenan's
like
the
last
guy.
year.
He
Tyrell
should be-
Williams.
he
Watch
should
out for
be-
Tyrell Williams.
Tyrell Williams
Watch out for
is
him.
God, I love
But
what
Keenan
he's
Allen
doing.
is back.
He's
Keenan
their
Allen's
number
the guy.
one receiver.
All
Mike
right,
Williams
I'm
is
gonna try to
shit.
go faster on these because I gotta catch up.
Yeah, hurry
So
up.
number 49 is gonna be Kelvin Benjamin.
Fatty
he
McFat.
had a bad year last year,
God, taking shots.
but he's still a number one wide receiver on a good team.
I heard he might be going as tight end because he's so big now.
he might.
He would make for a pretty good
But-
tight end.
I know,
But they
right?
got Greg Olsen. He's all right. They're
They'd like to be double
solidified
tight.
there.
So I think this will be like the first shocker of the entire podcast that we've done so far. At 48, I have Tom Brady.
Yeah.
The only reason
It's
Tom
crazy.
Brady is at 48 is because I do not like drafting quarterbacks early.
Is
you
Dak
can get him
above?
late.
Is Dak above Tom
no,
Brady?
no, no, no.
Okay.
Brady's the third quarterback. I only have two in front of him:
A-Rod.
A-Rod and Luck. Luck won me a championship
So
last
you
year, so
feel
I kind of
comfortable? I guess we'll get into luck later.
Yes, we are almost at Luck. Brady is a god. Brady is going to throw for 9,000 passing yards and about 100 TDs
touchdowns.
this year.
Maybe
So if
110.
you have an opportunity to draft Brady, draft Brady. If you draft him higher than 48, that's fine with me. Doesn't matter. 47, Macklin. I don't know if you guys have talked about Macklin, but
I'll
Joe
be covering him
Flacco.
today.
I'm covering him today. Not in
Okay.
my top 50, but in could be a sleeper, could be a bust, or could be
Ooh.
a breakout for Macklin. He's
Ooh.
definitely on the agenda though for today.
Well, I like him with Joe Flacco, so we'll see what he's capable of with him throwing him the deep ball. 46, I got Luck. Andrew Luck, my second quarterback taken, and it's still in the 40s.
Will he play a full season is my question.
It's his make or break year.
Yeah,
it really,
it really
is.
is, man.
He won me a championship last year, and he was hurt the entire time. So I have faith in him. I love Luck. I will probably draft Luck. He is my guy.
I agree. I love him. I love him to
yes.
death. I'll try and get him before you. If I go that way, because I'm actually putting that because your quarterbacks seem extremely low compared to mine. Because this year I'm going into it with like a different strategy. I'm taking my quarterbacks. I'm valuing them a lot higher this year, just because they put up so many points to where I feel like fantasy wise they're more relevant at the higher on the list in my
It
opinion.
depends.
But it
I
just
think you
depends on
could-
what you. I mean, it's all opinionated. So
I mean, I'm keeping Aaron Rodgers in our league. He is one of my keepers.
That's
because
crazy.
And that's
that
where-
is crazy because I think you get Aaron Rodgers in the 4th or 5th round
I disagree.
on normal drafts.
Normal leagues.
Quinn told me.
And that's okay. Like
Quinn told me he would have drafted him in the first round if I didn't keep him.
no
I told him I was keeping him. He was pissed.
Nobody knows Quinn, so don't bring up Quinn.
Well,
Quinn
Quinn
is our
sucks.
toothless person in the league. He's not very good at it. He quits halfway through every year, so let's not talk about Quinn.
But seriously, though, I mean, Aaron Rodgers would have been taken in the first 2 rounds. No
I
doubt
feel
about
like
it.
So that's
I feel
why-
like the top tier quarterbacks obviously are going to be way more consistent, but I think you could find people to pick
I
up
agree.
each week that could get you enough points.
Hey,
to
Not
win.
enough.
No,
Not
I tried
in
it.
the same range.
So last
as Aaron
year,
Rodgers
like we were talking about
and Tom
before we
Brady.
got on, and that's what I was getting to was last year. That's what I did. I picked all receivers and all running backs, and I waited till later rounds to get a quarterback.
Yeah.
And the year before that, I drafted Andrew Luck, and I got to the championship. I think I won the championship with Luck as my
Mhm.
quarterback.
Yeah.
I actually picked up Kirk too, though, so I played Kirk the championship week over Luck. I
And
think
the game, the playoffs.
Yeah,
He
the
played
playoffs,
Kirk the entire
fantasy
playoffs.
playoffs, I played Kirk and had Andrew Luck on the bench.
Yeah,
But
well, we're just talking
you got
about
me there.
drafting people. Yeah,
But
Luck
my point is like I feel like they should be, in my opinion, drafted higher because I did that 2 years ago. I got to a championship last year. I waited on a quarterback, and I didn't have a great year.
Well,
I made a big trade, so yeah.
like
But
I said, listen to my advice.
I wanted to tank.
Listen to my advice this season because I will tell you the steps that you have to make if you do not get a good quarterback. Jake's scared
Okay,
because
who do
he's
you
not
need?
very good. So,
Very good. I won the championship 2 years ago in this league that we're in.
well,
So-
I'm the most recent champion.
Talk to me.
So,
I actually won a
you're
championship this year, too, in another league.
So I
That
guess
was
we're
for
all
nobody.
champs.
No one cared about
No,
that.
it was.
Oh, that was Krill's
Yeah.
thing. That's not even your
Everyone's gonna win
team. All right,
something somewhere.
We're moving so
Yeah,
slow.
let's- come on, let's
this.
move
Come
on, guys.
Let's go.
Come on, Tyler.
So
Let's
where
get
we
it
at?
together,
Sorry.
dude.
45. Still a homer pick. Carlos Hyde. I'm only putting him on this
Disagree. Yeah.
I only put him on this list because no one believed in him last year.
I'm a
and guess
huge
what
believer.
he did for me?
What did he do? Talk to
When
me.
he was healthy, he would score 20 points a game consistently.
Yeah.
Consistently, he would.
I got a
He's
lot
on
to
a
talk about.
horrible team. I'm going to put Carlos Hyde on the list. I don't know if he's going to be... Yeah, I don't know if he's going to be the main back for the whole year. I think he might get his spot taken.
No.
But all right,
It's a make it or break it. I mean, no, he's making it this year because I have him, top
higher.
39 through 31.
It's
I'm
a contract
talking
year
about
too.
Contract year, rookie contract year,
Okay.
and I'm telling you, he's going off this year. I'm getting him.
I
I'm actually
disagree.
I'm reaching for him, and
Just
I've read.
go,
dude,
please.
I will.
Take him.
I will.
Take
I've also read in camp too. The guy is dominating in camp, so I'm
Every
all
year
about
he
it.
is.
All right,
all about
can you? We're trying to move on. Over
I
here,
love
Jacob.
Carlos Hyde this year. I'm just
All
telling
right.
you.
44, I have Fitzgerald. I know you guys have already talked about Fitzgerald,
Love
and so we'll just move on from that. Fitzgerald will catch TDs for you. Draft
PPR
Fitzgerald.
monster.
Legend.
Yes.
PPR monster.
43, it's kind of a risky move, but I think Martavius Bryant is going to be the touchdown king of the Steelers this year. Obviously, Brown's going to do his thing. Brown's the best wide receiver.
What about
in the
Juju?
game.
Juju.
No. No.
Juju.
Martavius Bryant, throw it up to Martavius Bryant. He will bring them down.
Yep. Juju,
42, I have Demarius Thomas.
You know what? I kind of want to talk about Martavius Bryant.
Okay, we'll
Real
talk
quick.
about it.
I'm sorry.
I already let go of
You
my
know what? I'm
next
just
pick,
thinking about
so-
it because Jake and Tyler are both really, really high on
Love him.
Martavius
It's my
Bryant.
boy. It's my boy, Blue.
He can score touchdowns,
Yes.
And he can
and you
run.
know why?
And I like touchdowns.
You know why he can score touchdowns?
'Cause Ben-
He gets a lot of single coverage.
Yeah.
It's true.
And he will
And
this
they have
year, too.
AB.
But let's look at his receptions, and let's look at his reception yards.
Let's look at him.
They're all right. They're nothing crazy.
I'm not drafting him because of receptions and reception yards. I have him projected this year to have 950 receiving yards and 60 receptions, but with 7 TDs. So
I mean, that's good, but
So
It's-
I'm just after the TDs, especially with the people that are going to be below him and above him. I feel like that's going to be the right spot. 7 TDs is all you're going for. Don't care about the yards. 2 TDs every once in a while for a game will win you your league.
Hey,
So-
1 year, 2 off. He didn't play a whole
that's
year.
what I'm
so
saying.
What's
He
going to
hasn't
happen? I
even
don't know.
done
But
anything. He was in a rehab
I
center.
think he's going right back into the number 2 spot because he has the talent. He's there. He's so raw to the core. I mean, and we've seen the catches and the running. The guy can run fast.
and he's going to the perfect system.
He-
So I can see it happening, but I mean,
I love
I'm not
Martavis.
as high on him as you guys, but I could see it happening. I had him a couple years ago in fantasy.
He didn't
and I
make my
loved him.
top 50, but that's someone that I would definitely draft.
Yeah, for sure. I would too late in the rounds if he was available. But there's a lot of other receivers I'm higher on, and
Yes.
the receiving core or the receiving depth it's there. You know.
So at 42, you already heard, I have Demarius Thomas. He had a down year. He doesn't really have anyone to throw to him still this year. We'll see how it goes.
Hold
with
on,
him.
you say you had a down year?
He had a down
He had
year.
over 1,000
What was
yards.
Yeah, he did.
It was
but
his
so did
5th
everyone
year in
else,
a row.
basically.
No, they didn't. It was the 5th year in a row he made 1,000 yards with nobody throwing him the ball with Seaman.
Yeah,
I think
he's on the
Paxton
list.
Lynch gets in there this year and then starts doing work, but
I'm
we'll
going to
get
talk
there
about
too.
him later.
We'll talk
I'm
about
gonna
that.
talk about him later.
I
He's on my
like
list.
Demarius this year.
I'm
love
obviously
Demarius.
not
I
as
like
high
Demarius
on
this year a lot.
Demarius. I'm not as high on Demarius as you guys, so we'll disagree. He's still on my list, so he's still really good.
Exactly.
I like
he's
his
still
top
really
50,
good.
that's what?
Yes.
A 4th round pick.
All these people are it's fractions that we're working
Yeah,
with and how much
exactly.
better they are.
No,
Exactly.
not Demarius Thomas. He's on an elite list. He's on an elite
If he had
level.
a QB, a real QB to throw
Yeah.
to him, he
I
could
know.
be top 20.
They need something there.
Easily.
Especially with John Elway being there. They got to put something at the quarterback spot. So,
Okay, let's move on. I'm almost done with my 40 through 50. At 41, I have Tyreek Hill. You guys have already talked to him on the show.
we talked to him. Yeah,
Yeah,
comes
we
in.
he called in. He called in.
We talked
You
about
guys
it.
were good.
I wish. Tyreek's our boy.
He was
Hit
the man.
that
he sent
big
us some
button.
tickets this year. We're going to go to all of his games. Tyreek Hill is a beast. He will get a lot of touchdowns
He's-
for you.
Dude, they
If you have
cut
a chance-
Macklin. They cut Macklin for
Because
for
of him.
Hill. I
Yeah,
mean, that's wild.
I saw that you guys have already talked about this, so I will move on. At 40, to catch up. This is my last one. We're going Frank Gore.
Wow.
Old reliable.
You know,
Old reliable.
Okay.
What else can he not
last
do?
year that was a shocker to me. I would have not believed that ever.
I don't know what else to. I mean, I was down on him last year, and he shut me up real quick.
Yeah,
He's
right.
Frank Gore. He'll play until he's 50 years old. I think.
Him
I
and
don't
Tom.
know. Yeah, him and Tom. They should
They're
be
gonna
on
be
the
out
same
there.
team together. I don't know.
People be retiring before then. There's new generations going before they're retired.
Frank Gore will get you 10 to 15 points on a week by week basis. He won't get you the big games, but he's consistent, and that's what you need. If you need him to slot in on the flex, if he has a good matchup, he could go into your number 2 running back spot.
Absolutely. I think he's a great RB2, like solid RB2. He played like an RB1 last year as like everybody, whoever had him, they had him as an RB2 or a flex.
Yeah,
and he was
so
putting
they
up
gotta-
RB1 numbers, you know what I mean? So
I don't know if you could expect that this year,
yeah.
but it's
Is there
so
anyone
Frank
else,
Gore.
who's competing there?
No
Who's
one.
competing? If he can stay healthy, it's
No one's
it's all
capable
Gore.
of doing that.
I
I don't
like-
know why. I don't know why no one could take over that spot from him. But he's old, reliable, and I am done trying to doubt what he's capable of anymore.
Absolutely.
We've done it for way too long. So that concludes my 50 through 40 list.
Not bad. That's not bad at all. I think that was pretty on point for what we had too. I'm glad you touched base with some other players.
Yes.
I can't believe 2 quarterbacks were in your 50 through 40.
And
That
there's
seems
only
crazy.
one left. I won't tell you when that
So,
time will come. That
but-
the last one's taken. But it's
Like we touched
one
base
left.
on, it's all opinionated. So
Yep.
however you feel,
This is
you
how
take
I
it.
would.
So.
This is how I would draft. If
Yeah.
I had all these people in front of me, these are the players I would take in a row.
I would not listen to Tyler because Tyler has no idea what he's
Seriously.
talking about, guys. I am
think
sorry.
So. I don't think so. I think everyone's agreeing with me right now.
Yeah, says the
I
guy
mean,
who you
I'm
traded
the
me
champ.
Lev Bell. Who you champing? Nobody, you didn't champ anything.
I'm the champ of my other league.
I champed another league
champ
last
of
year.
another league. You guys
Dylan
weren't
champed
last
another
year?
league
No,
last year. It happens. We do it. I got trophies on the shelf.
I got paid $1,200 because I won.
Wow.
So how much did you guys get?
Nada.
Exactly.
I'm just kidding.
Exactly.
Last year I made 600, half that. So we're not ballas though.
I think if the audience could kind of take everything that we're saying and morph it into
Oh, yeah.
one,
Well,
they're
never-
good. Or you can just listen to me and you'll be good. But if you want to get these guys involved, that's okay. Feel bad for them. I feel bad for
I
them.
think
I like to
everybody-
let them feel like they know
I
stuff.
think everybody's gonna listen to Tyler and say this goofball again. Oh my gosh! Wait till we get to these other guys. They actually know what they're talking about.
They
But
like
it'll
to
be
talk
fun.
a lot, as you guys can tell. I'm just gonna keep quiet. I'm gonna do my thing, and let's get going, guys. You guys are taking forever. Let's go.
Well,
to our
it's only
sleepers,
17
our
minutes.
bus,
We're good to go.
and our
man.
breakouts today, gentlemen. I will let Jake go first with his. I want to hear your bust. I want to
Alright.
hear what you got for
Fair
your
enough.
bust.
So
Because
you
I
know
can't
what?
wait to tell you my bust.
I have a couple guys, and I think I'm honestly I'm gonna go Mark Ingram as my bust this year because of what they brought in. They brought in someone super talented. I think Mark Ingram's one fumble away from losing a starting job, and then they
I
got
don't think
AP.
he has the starting
Well,
job.
I think he might. I think
don't
he
think
might
he
go
does.
in, and then AP's gonna get it after the first game. I mean,
I think AP has it.
I hope he does, and
I
that's
think
why
he does.
I
Well,
think Mark
already.
Ingram. I think he in some of the mock drafts that I've been doing, he's been drafted a lot higher than I would ever think about taking him because
Yeah.
I just think
I-
he's not there for me. There's too
Well,
much other competition there, and I'm not touching
Not
it.
only
so,
Adrian Peterson, but Tyler, like you said earlier about your boy,
Amu Kamara,
Alvin
Matt
Kamara.
Kamara,
Mhm.
sorry.
Yeah, that's your boy.
Well,
Yes.
we
He's
did not
a-
speak on this on tape, so these people have no idea what we're talking about.
But
I do
they
like
have
Alvin Kamara.
competition there. Period. So
I know that Sean Payton likes to throw the ball to running backs, and I know that they're down on the scoreboard a lot of times, and I think Alvin Kamara is the only running back that could catch a ball for him. And they like him a lot. He was an amazing college player.
yeah, he's sick. I wanted
He
him
was
to join the
they
Packers.
traded the
I wanted him
Saints
to get
traded
picked.
up to get him. If
Yeah.
if they didn't trade up to get him, they wouldn't have. It was a waste of time.
I think he was.
They're
I
gonna
think-
use him. They're gonna find space
I think
for
he
him.
was one of the
Sproles
last
2.0.
I think he was one
and
of the
he's
last
bigger,
top
stronger,
tier
faster
running backs
than
in
him.
that draft class for sure. I wanted him to get to the pack bad, but
I honestly wouldn't take any
Saints. I know.
running backs unless it was a good value. I actually left AP and Ingram off of my top 50 just because of that. Just because I would rather wait and see. Obviously, if you're down to like the 60s or 70s on the draft and they're still there, I would draft him.
I draft
but
AP there all day.
I think the people I have on my list, I would trust a whole lot more than taking a risk on something you don't know anything about. You don't know what Ingram's going to be. You don't know what AP is going to be.
You don't know either what other guys are going to be on yours.
Well, guys, and
Yeah.
let's
So,
remember, this
it's
is our
off.
pre-training camp.
Wait, you don't have to get mad at me. I was just talking, man.
Sorry, go
These
ahead.
are our pre-training camp rankings. So we're not doing our draft until the 4th week of preseason. So we're
Right.
going to know who's
I might draft
starting.
AP number 1 overall.
I know.
don't
Things are going to change a lot in the next,
AP
in the next
is
few
on my
weeks.
team. Who knows? He might be kept by me. You know, you never
Yeah.
know. So,
I hope
anyways,
you do.
let's get going.
I
Tyler,
hope you do.
who's your bust?
My bust this year is a shocker again, because that's all I do is shock you guys. It's Cam Newton. Cam Newton, bust. He's playing a different system this year. I don't think he's very motivated. I don't know why. I had Cam Newton on my team 2 years ago.
We touched base on his motivation, I think, last segment or 2 segments ago.
Okay.
We did totally touch base on, like,
it scares
just
me.
doesn't-
He scares me.
last year I didn't see anything
He
of
has
that
to
out of
learn
him.
a whole new
So-
system, and last year he was in the system he's been in since he has been around, and he didn't feel motivated. I think he's not as good of a passer as everyone thinks he is, and because of that, it's kind of like the Colin Kaepernick situation, where he can't really run unless he learns how to pass.
So,
I disagree with you.
so hold on.
That's okay.
What,
And
how do
that's
you
a-
think?
and
Hold on. What are you projecting Cam then? Do you have any projections on Cam for
I
this
do
year?
not have projections on
Because
Cam. I
you
know I
have-
would probably stay away from him. For when he's gonna get drafted. Obviously, I would draft him if need be, but I would not reach up
Well,
and
last
grab
year he
Cam
went
Newton.
high. He was going high. He
Yeah,
was on
super
fire.
high.
This
And
year
I
he's going to
think-
go low. But
I'm
it
scared. I'm
surprises
just
me
scared of him.
that
I'm
you
scared
have
of him.
you have Kelvin Benjamin on your top 50. So
Someone's got to get the ball.
Well, I know,
Someone's
but-
got to get it.
But if he's not going to produce, I don't see Kelvin Benjamin producing. That's why Kelvin didn't make my top 50, but I think he's still going to pass the ball enough to be able to make.
He'll pass it.
Make-
I don't
be
KB's
a-
going to get 10 touchdowns.
I think KB's going to have a great year. Greg's always going to have a great year. They got Christian, who I think I'm so high on
Me
what he
too.
can do in that passing.
I'm
offense.
gonna
I'm
talk about
high
him
on,
today.
I'm
So,
high on
I think
McCaffrey.
Cam is going to be a little more psyched up this year because he has a little more weaponry.
They drafted so
Arsenal.
many people to surround him.
Yeah.
So, I mean, come on.
They gotta
I
make
think he's
Cam
okay.
happy.
A lot of
He
speed.
scares
They
me.
added a lot
He
of
scares
speed.
me. I wouldn't be shocked if he was a bust candidate. He was a bust candidate last year. I mean, not a bust candidate, but he was a bust for when he got drafted.
I know.
It happened.
I
It
2 years
happened.
ago. Is that
in
the
what year?
Jeremy Hill. I can't stop talking about Jeremy Hill 2 years ago when he
Yeah.
was
He's the
everybody.
best-
He had an amazing year. He went top 10.
He's
you
gonna
know,
go
or top
undrafted.
12.
He's gonna go
He's gonna
undrafted
go
this
undrafted
year.
year. And last year too, it was
I
like
drafted him last year.
Jeremy, but when in the 4th or 5th
You
round?
hated it. No one would even take him off your hands the
I
entire
traded
time.
him for Des Bryant.
Oh,
Des
that's
Bryant
because
shit the bed.
yeah.
I love Dez this
I
year,
did too, man.
but I hate the Cowboys.
I
Like,
did too.
Oh,
But
Cowboy
we'll
talk.
get there.
We
We'll
going
get
to
there.
Cowboy talk?
Hey,
Ah,
what
okay,
sucks
we'll
about the
skip it.
Cowboys is I hate the Cowboys, but I love some of the players on their team. So it's a love hate relationship with the Cowboys, honestly, and with the Packers too. It's just always the Cowboy hate runs deep. So
We need to hear the bust of the infamous Dylan
DBF5,
Hall. Dylan Man Fresh. Can I hear it?
All right, so
DM.
this guy, he has been a good player, but injuries have really hampered him, and he actually switched teams this offseason.
Oh yeah.
And I hate to say this, but
No, I agree.
Eddie Lacy is my bust, you
Yeah.
know, and it sucks because CJ Prosise, I think he's gonna have
Sick.
a good year.
He's
Thomas
sick.
Rolls, that guy can pound, dude. He can pound the ball just like Eddie Lacy, and
I don't even think Eddie Lacy's going to be the starting running
no,
back.
I don't think so either.
You know what's been good though is he's been hitting his marks
Yes,
on that weight
he's
loss
been hitting his
program.
weight loss
so
program.
hey, he's at least doing something right. But dude, I know, and especially now that he's not a Packer. Bill!
Exactly. He's a Seahawk now, man. We
Yeah.
don't like those guys. I
Too
hate the
bad.
Seahawks
He's
so
a
much.
bust in my book too.
Anyways, everyone knows that he could have a good season. We've seen what he can do, but
He's
those
gonna have
Alabama
some
running backs
touchdowns.
go down. So, anyways, but I kind of wanted to touch base on something with you, Tyler.
Okay.
So it's not really a bust, but Zeke Elliott.
Nope.
I mean, what's going on with that whole
Oh,
investigation?
stop
I mean,
that.
I
Nothing's
don't know.
happened.
I
Nothing's
don't know,
Handcuffs.
dude. I don't know.
Jail cells,
I've been
bonds.
hearing, suspension for the
Oh,
year.
super
No,
bad.
no.
So what's gonna happen? You're
No,
gonna
no,
keep
no,
him.
no.
You're
Are you
gonna get
keeping him or what?
screwed.
Yeah, Jerry Jones runs the NFL.
Jerry Jones doesn't run the police.
No,
He
dude.
runs the NFL.
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't have anything to do with the police. It's the NFL trying to suspend someone like they always do.
Dude, no, they're
No, I'm
it's
not
only
worried
an
about it.
investigation. They're
Yeah,
they're
but
actually they held out on during the football season. They're getting into it now this
Just
offseason.
talk.
He's
It's
gonna.
just talk.
It could be. But
Everyone's just trying to make
Usually
me
talk
scared
turns into
because I
something.
have Zeke on my team.
hey,
and
give me
he's my
2 games
guy.
without him. I'll be happy.
It's
but
okay. I'll take. I mean,
they're gonna say
whatever.
out for the year. You're gonna drop him. It's actually only gonna be a 6-game suspension. I'm there.
I'm
Waiver
taking
wire.
him.
I'm just kidding.
I'm taking him
You
first
can't
round.
have him.
I'm keeping him
I
even if
have
he's
him.
I know,
suspended
you're
for the whole
keeping him
year.
for sure. You
I have him in
dude,
our keeper league,
people-
so
people-
he's not going anywhere. Don't trust me.
Gosh, man.
Somehow I traded for him last year for DeMarco Murray, so I'm
Yeah, good job, Jared.
Yeah, there we go. I was
Good
just like, what? That's the kind of trade Tyler gets.
But you know what?
So
Honestly,
That's
it
in our
was-
league,
it was a
though.
fair
You always
trade.
talk-
It was a fair trade.
DeMarco-
At the time, Murray had a
DeMar-
great year.
did.
Yes,
and
he
you
did.
traded him at a perfect time
He did.
because he was
He was
on
high.
fire.
Yeah,
He's
killing
DeMarco's very high on my list. He might be here on the last day that I'm talking about my list. So
But
we'll see.
You traded Allen Robinson too, and
Who?
Allen Robinson
Thank
at the
God.
time
Oh my gosh,
was very
guys.
highly valued.
That's another bust in my book. Is A-Rob.
Really?
I have him
I
on my
have-
list, so
I
I like
we'll
him.
see.
He's
I
on my
have
list
Allen
too.
Robinson as a bust this year, and he's one of my favorite. He's one of my favorite players. I think in a different system, he'd be one of the best receivers in the league.
But he's in the right system.
No.
It's just
Blake Bortles can't hit a side of a barn door. He's killing me, dude.
I think
And
Jaguars
Blake
are going to
is
surprise
so-
some people this year.
I think so too, but not
I
with
thought
Blake
that
Bortles.
last year, so I don't know.
I don't know.
They've done a lot of
telling
upgrading
you.
on that defense, and
All right, let's move on. Let's
Yeah,
move
let's go.
on. Dylan,
So-
let's stick with you. We're gonna go sleeper pick by you.
all right. So
Sleeper picks. This is
All
what you guys have come to listen to us for. You guys want to know this. We're going to tell you one of each of ours.
Yep.
It's going to be great.
So I'm going to talk about somebody that nobody's even talking about right now. Nobody really even knows about. He's a rookie, and it goes back to Cam Newton. It's actually a weapon that they got this year in the draft. Curtis Samuel. He ran a 4.31 40. This guy has blazing speed, and he's going to be that slot receiver that Cam's going to be dunking it to, you know? They're going to open the field with Kevin Benjamin, Christian McCaffrey, and then who else did they? They drafted another receiver this year.
Are
didn't
they not going to use him as like a Steve Smith sort of role? Because Cam was good with Steve Smith
Yeah,
on
man,
the
I
team.
mean-
Small,
Well, and
fast
Ted
player,
Ginn's gone
tough.
now,
Yeah.
so they need that speedy guy.
I don't know if he's going to be in the slot.
Well,
he
this
might
guy
be the
can-
number 2.
Well, and this guy can run the ball too. So they talked about putting him in the backfield with Christian
Well, no, because they got
McCaffrey.
Devin Funches
McCaffrey.
too. So
Devin Funches.
he's going to be their number 2.
Whatever.
He's going to be their number 2. I guarantee it. And then
I like
they'll
Devin
have
Funches.
they'll have
another year under his
him in the
belt.
slot. I guarantee it. That's how they're going to run it. And then if they take Devin out, then maybe sometimes they'll run into that number 2 spot. But
anyways, yeah, I really like Curtis Samuel a lot. He can catch the ball. He can run the ball. I mean, he was actually, I believe, a running back in college at Ohio State. But they're going to transition him to that slot receiver type role. But this guy's going to make plays. He's going to score a decent amount of touchdowns. He's
He
going
could
to.
not beat out Zeke because Zeke is the greatest.
Oh
Zeke
my
is the man.
But I think he's going to have the same type of role that Tyreek Hill had with the Chiefs last year. So I think
Could
that
be.
he's going to put up those type of numbers on kick return,
He's not
on punt
as
return.
strong. I mean, obviously Tyreek is a different animal.
He
but
is, man. That guy's a beast.
He could be. He should be pretty good.
so you think sleepers, guys? Like, what are we talking? Like weekly plays? Like, can you play them weekly?
No,
I mean,
No,
or is
no.
this someone that you're gonna plug in when someone has a bye week and you're just hoping that?
someone that people would either draft late or not at all, but keep an eye out for.
Yeah.
Well, and there's another guy that I really want to talk
I know
about.
because I have a couple. That's why I asked. 'Cause I
Yeah.
got a couple
But
of
we're
people.
not
I
doing a
could-
couple. Save it for next time.
Uno.
You guys only get one.
All right.
Should have chose.
So then,
smartly.
Tyler, go ahead. Who do we got for your
Ooh.
sleeper? I like that candidate.
Mine's gonna
Bill.
be a deep sleeper you guys maybe have never heard of. Jonathan Williams. He was taken last
Who?
year. Jonathan Williams. I guess there's
Yeah,
a team
drafted.
in Buffalo. I'm not sure if they still have a team there, but supposedly he's on the Buffalo Bills. All I know is
Don't draft
that he's a big back. He's second on the depth chart. LaShawn McCoy, I have drafted him first overall in drafts before. He gets
He'll give you
hurt.
half
He
a
becomes a
season.
bust. Things happen to LaShawn McCoy.
Mhm.
Jonathan Williams, I wouldn't draft. I would not draft him. But there
Pick him
will
up
be
on the waiver wire.
times. There will be times in the year I feel like that McCoy won't be a go or he won't be 100%, and you need to keep an eye out on Jonathan Williams to pick up and play, and he could easily get you close to 30 points in a game for you. He could vulture 3 touchdowns easily in a game because Buffalo runs.
But
Yeah, they
Buffalo
do.
runs.
That's what they do.
But you're gonna have to, well, either hope injury-wise, and he's got that spot. But if he doesn't, then he's
LaShawn
staying
is
on
a
the
3-down
waiver
back. He's not
staying
coming
on
out.
the waiver wire until if something happens to LaShawn, and then if that happens, then it's game time for him. So I do like that pick. But that's with anything. Like, that's if you're gonna handcuff somebody. That's all that is a handcuff. So.
Yes.
And you could say there's so many teams that you could get that second guy if something happens to
Buffalo
the first guy.
likes
so.
to run, though. They don't. I mean,
But I do
But
think
they did draft Zay Jones. They've got Sammy Watkins coming back from an injury. I mean,
I don't think they'll throw. I don't know. I've never
Dude,
seen.
they just signed Tyrod, so I feel like they might sling the
Tyrod,
rock.
but
a
they
little
are.
bit.
They
Throw
like to
that much
pound.
last.
They like to ground and pound
Yes.
to open up.
They
the
do,
pass.
absolutely. But I think that opens out the pass, which
Yeah.
will be Sammy there, Zay Jones, who I love there. I feel like they're
We'll
going to
see. Like I said, I wouldn't draft him. I would keep an eye on him throughout the season. He would be a solid pickup for you.
If you are
to
a
play.
LaShawn McCoy owner, pick him up, draft him last
If you
round.
have no one better to draft before him, and you just are wasting your last pick,
Remember that name?
I would
Yeah.
pick Jonathan Williams. I would. We'll see how it goes, though.
Yeah.
All right, Jake. Let's go to you for the last sleeper.
I'm going Washington Redskins here. I'm going John Doxson.
Josh.
Ooh.
Josh.
Oh, sorry, Josh Doxson. My bad.
Josh Doxson.
So I'm going Josh
I thought it was going
Doxson.
to be P. Ryan from Washington.
No, well, you had him on yours. I do like him too a lot.
Who? Oh,
P. Ryan.
From-
P. Ryan.
I don't
So,
know how to say it.
I do like a couple guys
From
on
Oklahoma,
Washington, but
yeah.
I'm going Josh because I feel like they lost some assets this year big time. He's going to step up to a big role. He didn't play at all last year, I don't think.
he played a couple games, but injuries.
Yeah, so I think he's coming into this year actually
Healthy.
being established.
He
He's
wasn't
gonna
healthy
be
last year.
healthy. He's
Even
now going to
coming
have a
from the
bigger
draft.
role, losing
Yeah.
their 2 main receivers. They do have some. I love Jamison Crowder too, who I think was a breakout player last year. So I wouldn't put him as a breakout player, but.
Yeah.
I
no,
think
he's not a breakout.
He's
player.
high
He'll
on
be
my
good.
list.
That's
I
what I mean.
love
He already
Jamison
broke
Crowder.
out. Like he's established. So I feel like with him and John Doxson's gonna sub into our receiver. I think that guy.
Josh.
Sorry, I keep saying. That.
Oh,
So-
gosh.
But to kind of touch base on Josh Doxson, I don't think a lot of people are talking about Terrell Pryor, but what he did with the Browns
I
last
have
year,
Terrell Pryor. We're going to talk about him. in a
I
little
was
bit.
really
TP.
okay. I'm not going to touch base, but I
Yeah.
love him.
We'll
and
save it.
and
That's
he's
why-
in with Captain Kirk. So let's
Yeah.
not talk about him.
We'll
We'll talk
save
about
it.
it one time.
I have
I think
it.
he's gonna get
We're
double
gonna
covered.
talk
So that's
about
why
it.
those second
Yeah,
or
we're
third
gonna be-
receivers
we're
are
gonna
gonna be
talk
open.
about it.
So Josh Doxson.
Okay, so that's it for the sleepers and busts. We'll try to do this every single episode with you guys, so you guys could kind of know who to keep an eye out, because you guys already know the top players. If you draft one of these top players, you're not really gonna like drop them or anything like that. So these are the people you're gonna have to look out for when we give you advice on them to either pick up. We're gonna give you advice to drop people if need be.
Underperformers,
we're-
all that
yeah,
stuff.
We're gonna all get into this. Right now we're just trying to get through our top players so that we can talk more fantasy football. But let's go back to our list now. We're gonna go to 30
We're gonna
to
break
39
down 39
To
through
31.
31,
31.
and then next segment we're obviously gonna do 30 to 21.
I thought it was 30 to 39, right?
Well, and you know what? I have 30 on my list, so I didn't realize
Let's go
that.
to 30. Yeah, that's what it should be.
and then
right?
we'll go
'Cause you guys went
29 to
40
20,
last time.
and then
That's-
so we'll
yes.
keep every podcast
That'll
will
be
be
10. We want
be
this
going
9.
10 per player till the top 10, and then once the top 10's done, I feel like football season is going to start. Preseason starts, so injuries start to happen. We'll start getting really detailed, and there's going to be so much info it's going to be
Yeah.
flying out there. So
Let's get straight to it,
let's
man.
get to it. We're going to do 39 through 31. I think, Dill, we started off here. Are we going player by player? Or are we going to 39,
No,
39,
let's do 39. Everyone do 39, and we'll all
Yeah.
Go from there.
discuss.
All right, Dill, let's hear it.
Yes.
I'm going to touch base real quick on him. We already talked about him. Jeremy Maclin. We already talked about him. He was released by the Kansas City Chiefs, which was really surprising me. Really
Sure.
shocking because
They
they
took a
really
hit,
don't. Yeah,
too.
they don't have a number one guy there.
Money-wise.
And I mean,
I like Macklin a lot more on the Ravens than I do on the Chiefs.
I love it.
A lot
Joe
more.
Flacco
He
is a
scares me,
perfect
guys.
type of quarterback
Yes.
for Jeremy
This
Maclin
year,
and
he
what he
scares me.
does.
I don't know.
Anytime a player switches a team, it's scary. That's okay. But I think it will work out with them. They don't have Steve Smith back. They're
They
looking
need
for
help.
someone.
That's for sure.
Macklin has the talent to do it.
Yeah.
Well,
he
like
has
you
an
said,
arm to throw.
Talk
it's
about
a
an
great
arm.
situation with a big arm with Joe Flacco
Yes.
that Jeremy Maclin's got speed. You know, he ran a 4.440. So that guy's got speed and he can beat defenders. And they've got Mike Wallace on the other side. And Brashad Perryman coming back from injury, you know. So
Hopefully
they've
he
got a
can do
lot of
something,
weapons.
yes.
Exactly. So it's going to open it up where Jeremy Maclin's going to get a lot of one-on-one coverage. And if he's not getting one-on-one coverage, then you know Mike Wallace is. And Mike Wallace is going to take the top off and get a touchdown, you know.
Yep.
So, I mean, I really like the Ravens offense this year. And you know what? I actually like Joe Flacco a lot this year as well. I mean, we've seen up and down years, mostly down years, especially
But
recently.
what opens the pass game? A run.
The run.
Do they have a run?
I mean,
I think
You think they
I
can
think they
establish
do
a little bit
too.
of a
Kenneth
run?
Dixon,
I
I
don't
think
think
he's
they
coming
did-
into
I
the
don't
year
think they
healthy.
that bad with the run.
Terrence
last
West had
year.
a good year, man. I mean,
I mean, I don't know if he had a good year. He had a few good games. I don't know if he had a great year, but I think their offense is going to be mediocre still, even with Macklin. I think if anything, their passing game is going to elevate a little bit. But Macklin is injury prone. He scares me. The last 2 years,
he's healthy right now, man.
So-
he is. So
So Tyler, or sorry, any other
No,
notes there?
we already covered Macklin a little bit when I talked about him, so I think let's move on.
let's do it.
Draft Macklin, you know?
Yeah, I don't know.
All
I
right,
disagree.
Jake, you want to go?
Yeah, man. So I got Tevin Coleman at 39 actually with the Atlanta Falcons.
Tevin
So
Coleman.
I know to you that's a little deep
Second
because
running
listen,
back,
and we
RB2
talked about
on
this
his
a little
own
bit.
team.
So he next year, in my prediction, is going to be Devontae Freeman leaves the Atlanta Falcons. Tevin Coleman will be a lot higher on my list next year once Devontae Freeman's gone. I still think so. He's still. I think he's a great player. You have a 1-2 punch with Devontae Freeman, and you're going into Freeman's contract year. So, like I said, he
I
could
like
be
him
gone.
a lot. He's not in my 50s, not
Oh,
even
he's for
close.
sure
So-
in my 50. He's
so-
in my top 25.
Listen
Coleman?
though.
Coleman's not in my 50. I don't want to. I
In
don't want
1
a
year-
backup running back in my top 50.
Well, that's what I mean. It's a 1-2. That's why he's not super high on my top 50 because
Yeah.
it's a 1-2 punch. Anything happens. Like they both have pretty good games though when they both play. I mean, they're both
I want to say
get
Telvin
over 10
Coleman
points. So,
was a top 20 running back last year
but check this out.
as a second string.
From year 2015 to year 2016, he scored over 400 yards more year over year, as well as almost doubling his average yards per reception.
Oh, he's
So,
great. If
he's
Freeman
pass
wasn't
catching
there,
too. Pass catching too.
he could easily be a top
That's
10
what I
player.
mean. Yeah, next
If
year
Freeman
I
wasn't
think
there.
Coleman's running the show. I got Tevin Coleman up there. I love his talents. I love his passing ability, catching ability, running ability, all that. So I got him at 39. So Tyler, what do you got?
At 39, I hate myself for having this pick. I seriously do. Doug Martin is my pick.
Love it.
Doug Martin, I can't stand that dude.
Yeah, right. He's
Every time I get him on my team, he just starts sucking. And then I get him off my team, and he starts to be the best running
Yep.
back in the league.
Guarantee
I don't
that.
understand him. I can't figure it out. But he has to be on this list because at
he's about
39, I would pick him at 39. I
he's
mean,
about
it's just,
20 higher on my list. I love
Yeah,
Doug this
and
year,
the only
even with
reason
this
he's
suspension.
so low is because I do not like the guy. I mean,
He hates
he's
you too.
screwed me so many times. Yeah, I'm not even a priority on his list.
I don't know
worry
though.
about it.
I've been reading a lot of good stuff about.
Yeah, I always
the
do, and I
muscle
drafted
hamster,
him in the
so-
second round 2 years ago, and
But I think he's going back
I
to
don't think
3
he
years
even
ago.
played.
Talent. I
Yeah.
won a championship with Doug Martin 3-4 years. Whenever he was that elite running back,
1,400 yards,
He-
10 touchdowns. Yeah.
he
Two
can get
years
back
ag-
to that.
2 years ago, I drafted Shady McCoy with my first pick on the Eagles. Nothing at all. Second
With Chip
pick,
Kelly,
Doug
nothing.
Martin. Yep, Doug Martin as my second round pick. Nothing at all. So I do not like those players. I realize that they're good. That's why he's on my list. We could talk about him more when you guys bring him up, but I don't want to talk about him. He's 39 on my list. Dylan, go 38.
38.
So I got Christian McCaffrey right here. We already talked about him. He's on the Panthers. He's gonna be one of Cam's main weapons. You know, they got Jonathan Stewart still on the team, but he's getting older. You know, he's getting beat up. He could still be that ground and pound guy, but they need that. You know what's crazy though is Christian McCaffrey. He could be that ground and pound guy too. You know, it's
Yeah.
not like he's soft. He's a hitter. You know,
He's
you watch
patient,
games.
man.
Yeah,
he's
he
gonna
is.
get there and then hit the holes hard, dude. He's a great runner. I
He
completely
can catch
agree.
the ball. He can run the ball. I mean, he can block.
But
He's
with Jonathan
all
Stewart,
around.
I think they might just because they have it. use that 1-2.
Oh, for
Jonathan
sure.
Stewart's
That's why
going to be
he's
the
so low.
pounder, and then Christian's going to be the third down pass catcher.
Yeah.
Because they can. But anything happens to Jonathan, he's injury prone. Christian can absolutely take that
And
role
he-
without a
and
doubt.
we saw at
So,
Stanford last year. The guy is a playmaker. That guy can play football.
he's
so,
scary good.
I've got him at 39. Like I said, not only can he make an impact in the running game, but also in the passing game. I actually read probably a couple weeks ago that he was the best route runner in the draft. So out of all the receivers, out of the running backs, he was the best route runner out of anyone. So I really like Christian McCaffrey. I think Cam Newton definitely goes to the next level again this year like he did a couple years ago for his MVP show.
Yeah.
And I disagree with Tyler. I don't think Cam has a down year. I think he has an up year. I think he's going to do great.
I think I projected Christian to have like 9 touchdowns passing this year. Christian McCaffrey.
Passing the ball.
No.
Oh,
catching.
receiving.
Yeah,
I was
receiving.
like, wait, what?
Yeah.
That's
He's
crazy.
So 39, Christian McCaffrey, that's my guy. So
Like it. No, 38.
I
right?
like. I
No,
like
that was
Mc-
39.
I like-
38. I'm sorry.
Yeah, 38 was
I'm
Christian
sorry, guys.
McCaffrey.
Actually,
you just
Christian
skipped one?
and Jeremy are both tied for 39. That's why I'm a little confused. Let me
Oh,
touch
okay.
base on 38 real quick. It's Greg Olsen, Mr. Reliable. I love Greg Olsen. I just got 2 Panthers
Another
in a row.
Panther. What do you know?
Like I said, I love Cam Newton. I think he's going to have a good year. Greg Olsen, he's the guy in the red zone that Cam's looking for. You know, he's gone over 1,000 yards 3 times in a row. He's Cam's go-to target. Top 3 tight end, in my opinion, at the very least. You know, I think he can even be a top tight end, depending on how Cam really does and what they do in the running game. But anyways, that's my 38. I'm going to continue on. I don't want to take up too much time. Let's go, guys.
Let's go.
All right, man. So 38, I actually got DT, Demaryius Thomas. So I got
I like
Demaryius
it.
Thomas for a few reasons. So first off, his contract is ridiculous. 5-year, $70 million contract. This is a huge reason why I have him because if you talk about Mr. Consistency, Mr. Reliable, he's had 5 1,000-plus yards in a row. 5 years in a row, he's had 1,000-plus receiving yards, which puts him in an elite class with people like Michael Irvin, Terrell Owens, Amani Toomer, A.J. Green, and Larry Fitz.
Let me touch base on that real
He's,
quick.
I think, an elite
Not
class.
only has he gone over 1,000 yards in 5 seasons in a row, he's gone over 90 receptions.
Mhm.
He's gone over 1,300 yards, except for last year.
1,000-plus every single
Yeah.
the last 5 years.
And
So
then 5+ touchdowns.
It's
with
crazy to-
different quarterbacks, it seems like
Yeah, and it's
couple
crazy
years
because
here.
most of the time he doesn't have a quarterback. Like he
Yeah.
had Peyton Manning for a while, and then Peyton
Peyton-
Manning got bad, and he was still good. He was good when Tim
You
Tebow
could
was throwing
put the ball
like,
in the air. He's
how
gonna
is
come
that-
down with
How
it.
is that even a thing?
And even bigger than that, not only statistically has he been super consistent, in all 5 of those years, he has played every single game.
Yeah.
No injuries, nothing. So that he's actually
Even
number
he
31.
played with injuries
Yeah,
because
exactly.
he's so reliable. He's always going to be there.
Yeah.
And he wants
So
to
I
win.
agree.
He wants
I
to be there for
love
his
Demaryius
team.
Thomas.
it's
He's number
crazy
31 on my
that he's
list.
so low on our list because he's so talented. He should
I
easily
know.
be like a
It's,
Julio
it's
Jones.
only because
It
of
is
his
so
quarterback
crazy.
situation.
Yeah.
That's the whole reason why that elite receiver
He's
who
so
is-
talented.
should be
It
a top
doesn't-
10, like
Yeah.
in my opinion. I mean, the guy is ridiculous.
It doesn't
Oozing
even
with
make
talent.
sense.
So and he's going to turn 30 years old in this season. So he's a vet. This guy has been in the league for a while.
Yeah,
He's going to
for a
be
while
30.
now.
He's 29. He's going into this year. He's going to turn 30. So
he
and to
needs
be
his,
like
he needs his quarterback play to be up there.
He-
I have him projected to have 90 receptions, which would
Yeah.
be normal for him, right?
Yeah.
That's what he's getting.
he's going to get
all the
1,000+ yards again. I think, like we touched base on, Paxton Lynch is going to come in and actually get the job and sling the rock and actually get some serious damage done with Demaryius. And I love Emmanuel Sanders.
Watch out for Romo taking over that job.
Yeah, right.
No,
He's sitting pretty
there's no
behind his
chance.
desk.
Thank
So-
God Romo's not on my team anymore.
Emmanuel Sanders didn't make my top 50, but I have
No,
DT.
I don't really like Sanders this year at all.
He
I
scares
think he's
me.
too old, and I think that's why
I don't think
Thomas
he's too
could-
old. I still think he's got it, but I think there's quarterback situation. That's why I actually have 38 or 37 instead of somebody else. We'll get
I
there,
think
but-
that they're one of the best receiving tandems in the league. I love Emmanuel Sanders. I love Demaryius Thomas. I think they're both playmakers. I don't care who's at quarterback. The system is there. They're consistent.
they have Jamal Charles this year too. They're going to be able to run the rock.
Well,
Crazy.
and CJ's not a bad running back. as
That's
long as
what's
he can
weird
stay
is they got
healthy.
Jamal Charles, they got CJ Anderson. They have a pretty decent offense. I feel like if they're able to just put the ball up to Demaryius Thomas, he's gonna be I think he's gonna be a great pick for whoever gets him this
All right,
year.
can I get to my 38? Because I love this pick. I want to talk about this pick. This is my dude that won me my championship last year, Terrell Pryor.
TP,
At
he's sick.
38.
I love
He's
him.
on a different team, which is scary, but I think it's going to benefit him
It is
because
not
they
scary.
Captain
They
Kirk.
got-
What's scary about that?
Washington got rid of everybody.
Yep.
He finally has a quarterback throwing to him.
Yep.
I know he used to be a quarterback, and whatever
He's
the
an
case may
athlete.
be,
He's an
he's
athlete.
a beast, and
I
they
don't know.
will target him. Him and Crowder are gonna make waves. I'm scared of them because I'm a Cowboy fan. I am scared of Terrell Pryor right now, but I love the dude. He won me a lot of stuff for me, and I love. He's my guy. I love him. 38 Pryor, Terrell Pryor.
Yep, I agree. He's sick. He could do major things this year with them.
Is he on any of you guys' list?
He's not. He's actually
No.
under my sleepers.
Yeah, I figured
I
you
had
wouldn't
him all
be.
year last year too, though. I
I
love
know
Terrell
you
Pryor.
wouldn't give him
If,
to me.
if you, I remember. Yeah, I tried. I tried working tough stuff.
Oh,
and
you
you were
were-
working with me. But
These
anywho,
guys offer the most
You
I know.
guys
I'm not doing any
straight.
trades.
You
this
guys
year.
are gonna hear
But-
about some crazy Jake trade
No,
stories
not
this year. It's gonna be
not
great.
happening. Not
You
going
won't
down.
even believe what this dude's capable of.
Whatever, dude.
It
I got,
doesn't even make
listen,
sense.
we're in a keeper league. I got Lev Bell and OBJ, Odell Beckham Jr. There's no one else in the league with that type of duo, running back receiver. So put that, take
Mike
that,
Evans
take that or
and
leave it.
Zeke.
So
No, your tandem's better, but you're gonna screw up your draft.
I got
It'll
Lev
be
Bell from
fine.
you. Talk about who did it. Well, I guess I gave up a lot too, but I got Lev Bell now, so I'm happy about that.
Yeah, I didn't win, so that's all that
Anywho,
matters.
let's get to
That doesn't
37.
matter.
37 D
for
or
Dillman Fresh.
DBF 5.
I got a Detroit Lion, actually.
Boo!
This is for you, Dan.
Boo!
This is for you,
Piss off,
Dan.
Dan. Piss off Lions. No
Who is
one's
it?
good for
I got Golden Tate.
Ooh.
This guy, he's
Womp,
a solid
womp,
player,
womp.
especially, we play PPR leagues, and I always look for receivers who are going to catch a lot of passes. And Golden Tate, he's had 90-plus receptions in all 3 seasons with the Detroit Lions. So,
Dylan has a man crush on Golden Tate. That's all I have to say.
I like Golden. I love Golden Tate. I
You
mean,
love
he's
everyone from the
he's
Lions.
gone
Marvin Jones, you were obsessed with at the beginning
Yeah.
of last year.
He was
He
good
went
at
off.
the beginning,
You got like a diamond. Who'd
Yeah.
you get? Gurley for Marvin Jones last year.
traded Gurley.
Jokes on him.
I know. But I was
Oh,
like,
yeah, I
when
did.
that
I'm
trade,
sorry. Yeah,
when
I
that
got
trade
Gurley.
happened, I was like, what?
But I gave up Jordan Howard, who was the number
Yeah.
2 running back in fantasy football.
I'm
So
still.
I'm sorry,
mad
the
that
number
I put
2 rusher in
Gurley
the
so
league.
high on my list.
He's-
He's
he's
not
pretty
even
high
that
on mine.
high, but
he's pretty high on mine too.
I think he's
I don't know. They don't really have any other options because Tavon Austin is not a top 50 player. But yeah,
he's gonna
on year
pound
50,
it. And
right?
hey, with Steve McVay, I think they're really gonna
Sean McVay.
Sean McVay. I don't think they're gonna shy away from giving Todd Gurley the ball. He knows what he has. I think he's gonna use him.
This has turned into something that we're not talking
All right,
about.
37.
Yet. We're not talking about Gurley. Move
I know.
on.
We'll get there. Sorry.
Golden
Golden
Tate, 37.
I have nothing to say about him.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Garbage pig.
So for my 37, I got Mr. Michael Crabtree, Texas Tech. That's my
Ooh.
boy right there. He's a red zone savage. 6 out of his 8 touchdowns last year were within the 20-yard line. He's a red zone beast. Obviously, Derek Carr
Well, he
loves
can
getting
go
him
up
the
for
ball.
the ball at the highest point.
Yeah,
That's what
Amari's
he's
going to
best
get them down the field, and beast mode now is going to get them down the field, and Michael Crabtree's getting those
I
red
have
zone
him
touches.
2 picks
So-
higher than you.
Oh, exactly.
So
we're right there.
We're on the same page.
We're on the
I
same
love
page there.
Crabtree.
He,
Crabtree's the
I
man.
would have put, looking at people, I would have put him higher. It's just like, you gotta put them where they go.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
his second
It's hard.
1,000-yard season of his career last year. I predict he makes it 3 this year with 2 1,000-yard seasons back to back. I'm drafting him if I can get my hands on him without a doubt.
I
love
have
Michael Crabtree.
him with how I projected is 900 receiving yards, but he does have 8 TDs in my projections,
Oh, yeah.
which is a lot.
Tons.
So,
No, and that's matching what he had
yeah.
last year. So
Yeah.
I could see that without a doubt.
he's a touchdown machine. He's not very fast. He's not that athletic.
Yeah,
But he is.
he's a possession receiver.
He's one of
and he can
Derek
get it
Carr's
down in the red zone.
favorite people to throw to.
He's
And
gonna
that's
get it
all
to him,
that it
so-
takes.
Well, let's
That's all that-
remember,
that's all that matters.
he went to college for 2 years, freshman and sophomore year, then he went to the draft.
Mhm.
his freshman and his sophomore year in college, he won Best Receiver of the Year, whatever that's called.
I
don't
was
remember.
drooling over him in
Texas
college.
Tech.
Texas
He was
Tech.
number 5. This guy, he was unbelievable.
Yep.
I love this guy. In
Yeah.
NCAA, I used to play with
He
Texas
made, I was
Tech.
gonna say he made
Just
me
to
a
throw him
fan of
touchdowns,
Texas
man.
Tech
Yeah.
because they put them on the map for me, football organization wise, college football organization wise, because of Michael Crabtree.
He's
So,
gonna be good. He's
I
gonna be
agree.
good. Derek
I
Carr
agree.
is a beast.
Yeah.
He's the second coming of Brett Favre,
highest paid
and he's
quarterback
Crabtree's
ever.
his favorite person.
I
to
love
throw
Derek
to.
Carr. He's not in my top 50.
He's
and
not
Michael
in my top
Crabtree
50.
isn't in my
Hey,
top
the
50
Raiders
either,
are a
but
nasty, great team.
they are,
right
man.
now,
They're
so-
scary good.
So
And
we can talk about them forever. So
Yep.
Let's go.
37,
Yeah,
Tyler. Who do we got?
37. Oh gosh, I hate myself
Again, why are you even picking up? Don't listen to this guy.
It-
He hates his own picks.
No,
Listen,
it's not
he's-
because of the pick. It's because of you. I have Devontae Adams
My
at
God.
37.
Okay.
Devontae Adams.
I really
Shoot
like
me
that.
in the face. Take a baseball bat. Hit me over the head with it right now.
I
I
have
don't want to
him.
talk
I have
about
him
him.
a few higher. He's in my same. We're talking about him in my book too
Yeah, me too,
today.
man.
So
He's not gonna get that many receiving yards, but I have him at 10 TDs this year projected, which is crazy because everyone else is all the high up people like Odell and Julio and stuff are all projected around there too. So
Yep.
I projected him with those guys,
keep
and
going.
he's not gonna.
I love it.
I hate it. I hate it.
Well,
I hate
A-Rod
myself.
throws
It
touchdown
sucks.
passes.
Yeah.
It
A-Rod
sucks,
throws
man.
those touchdowns.
So
passes
and not even to mention,
consistently.
we might as well get Devontae now, so we don't
Yeah,
even have to
continue.
touch base. So Devontae's coming into a contract year this year. He's hungry. He's gonna want the ball. He's gonna play the best year of his career, and we thought we saw it out of him last year. I think this year he goes ham. He wants to win a championship. He's more focused on the championship than the money, but because he has a contract year
I think
lingering.
I honestly think he has a couple 4-touchdown games. Honestly,
I love it, especially because
Which
we know,
if he
we
has
know
those,
their top two
his-
receivers might not play every single game. And what
Yeah.
does that boost him into? Aaron Rodgers is going to throw them the ball, but they
because
have
Aaron
so
Rodgers
many
has
weapons
those
now.
games when he could throw 6 TDs in a game, and I think
Yeah,
Devontae
buddy.
Adams could easily
Snatch 3
be
to 4 of them.
catching most of them. And if he has those type of games, his touchdown total could go up to
Through the
14, 15 touchdowns if it works out that way.
I
So
wouldn't
that potential is just fucking it's crazy. First cuss word of the podcast. I'm sorry. I tried not to. I'm getting into this.
love it, baby. I love it.
it. I'm passionate right now. His potential is just I need it. I want it. I
Yep.
just want to grab it and
He's
hold it and
Unbelievable.
love it.
Fondle it,
Yes,
yeah.
I want
He's
to
the,
love
he's the
it.
type of player I definitely have
Well-
on my team. And what's crazy is, what other team would you talk about the third? Excuse me, I was going to say a bad. I was going to drop a bomb there too.
We're about to go two.
Well, what other third receiver on a depth chart would you be talking about
Is
on
he the
any
third,
other
though?
team?
Is he the
No,
third?
I think
he's-
he's taken.
he's
I
second.
moved
moved over Randall
He's-
Cobb.
He's
I know,
second.
but
Randall
I
Cobb.
mean, look at Randall Cobb's he's the second highest paid receiver on that depth chart. I think behind Brody.
Randall
For
Cobb
now.
used to be my dude, and I didn't even think about him on this list at all. I didn't
I
even
don't
have
wanna
a
talk about
thought
him.
in my head.
I know Dylan used to. I mean,
No,
but besides that, I know
Adams
it's
is better
Devontae.
than
I
Cobb.
think they're in camp
Well,
this
well, they're
year.
different
gonna-
players.
exactly.
Well, Adams
different
will
players.
run the second spot,
Hey, and Cobb in the slot
will be the
makes
spot
sense.
because that's what
That's
it's
what he
been.
plays.
But
what he
that's what
plays.
it's been. It's not
They
gonna
run a
change.
3 wide receiver set. They're starters.
That's
They're
what
all
they do. They're all
starters.
starters, and they can play any spot. They
They-
can play any side.
A-Rod.
So,
A-Rod.
and not to mention,
A-Rod.
we just acquired Martellus Bennett. We don't even need our receivers all the time.
And
We
Aaron
have. He's gonna.
loves his tight ends.
gonna
What
be
I
off the
like
charts
so
for sure.
much about Adams this year is every year Adams has been in the league, A-Rod has not trusted him. This is the first year that
He trusted him
Adams-
last year, or he
at the
gained
end-
his trust
at
last
the
year.
end,
Yep,
yes,
absolutely.
and we saw what happened. We saw
So,
what happened
hold
when
on.
he had.
We're not
A-Rod's trust.
even touching base. He had a breakout season last year. He scored
Yeah.
12 TDs, which tied for second in the NFL
And
last
he
year.
didn't even do good the first half.
I know.
That's what's crazy. Like he's going into a year where
He-
A-Rod trusts him completely.
Yep, he finished.
And that's gonna be nuts because A-Rod has only ever trusted Jordy Nelson ever.
Yeah, that's his
his,
boy.
his whole
Well, and
he
Randall Cobb.
tr-
If
for
you
a
watch
while,
the games,
Cobb messed it up. Yeah,
well, if you
Cobb
watch the
messed-
games last year, Cobb was targeted so many times last year. Did he catch all the passes?
No.
No. I
No.
watched
It was
every
bad.
game of the
It was
Packers
bad.
because I had A-Rod and Cobb, and I started
I
them
had
every
Cobb
week.
on my other. Yeah, I had
So-
Cobb my other week. I didn't play him for the last half of the season.
either.
So, guys,
He wasn't even a thought in my head. He
But-
was just a bench player.
but he finished as the wide receiver number 7 in fantasy football last year.
Devontae.
Devontae Adams finished. We're talking about
Not
a
surprising.
top 10 wide receiver last year.
It's not crazy to me. A-Rod is the best quarterback
I know,
in the league.
and that's what I'm saying. He's playing with the number one, in my opinion, the number one best quarterback
Him
in
and
the
Tom
league.
Brady.
Tom
Yeah,
Brady,
neck and
yeah,
neck.
absolutely.
Adams
Going
scares
into
me
this
with-
year,
with
I really,
A-Rod next year.
I think we've elaborated enough to know Devontae Adams is a freaking pick
I-
without a doubt.
And I think by the end of
Go Pat, go!
by the end of all the training camp and things like that, and we do our rankings again, Devontae Adams will probably be a lot higher on my list. I like Devontae Adams a lot.
I love anybody on the
WR1.
I love that, Tyler. Tyler, that was beautiful.
I hate myself.
I love
I
hearing
hate
that.
myself.
That was like a
I
symphony
hate myself.
coming out of your mouth.
All right,
I hate
guys,
myself
so-
so much.
I'm going to number 36 right here. I'm going to
36.
just get to it.
Is it controversial? Controversial?
So, it's AP. Adrian Peterson, the 32-year-old beast.
Okay.
I cannot stop reading articles about him, how amazing he looks in camp, and how all these guys are shocked. This guy, like I said, is 32 years old. I would, from what I've read, everyone has said that he's healthier. He's healthy. He's been killing it in all the drills. I mean, he looks unstoppable. The question is, though, can he stay healthy?
Nope.
We'll
You know,
see.
that's what scares me. That's why he's so low on my list. I mean, but I had to put him because
But-
he's one of the best running backs in the NFL.
So he came off a season-ending injury last year. Is
He
gonna
didn't
be-
look good before that either.
no, he looked
He
terrible.
looked
but
really
it
bad.
was
the
scary.
Vikings'
I was
offensive
so
line was
worried.
the worst in the league.
Yeah.
Besides the
Saints
Rams.
that
The
much
Rams were
better?
the worst.
Are the
I was
Saints
gonna
that
say,
much better?
They have
They're not.
a
Well,
decent offensive
Drew
line.
Brees is going to be the guy. They're not going to rely on the running game at all. I
But
don't
they-
know.
But that's why the running game is going to be so open because Drew Brees opens it up so much. You know?
So I like it.
I refuse to put AP and Ingram on my list. So
Well, that's what I also put on here. It's like Adrian Peterson's tough because he's fighting for reps. It's not just Adrian Peterson. It's not just Mark Ingram. It's Alvin Kamara too.
Well,
that guy,
yeah.
he has potential to be a 3-down back. So I mean, I just had to put AP on there because I love
the
AP.
people that you have said before you said AP, I would pick way before AP. That's why I left AP off my list because it's such a risk reward, and it's not worth it with these players that we're talking about right now. That's why I left them off because I would rather have some assurance with my pick instead of just risking
Fantasy
everything.
is all
You
about
don't-
risk and reward, my friend.
No, well, later on, yeah. But I don't know if AP's going to be running back. I don't know if Ingram's going to be running back. I don't know if Kamara's going to
That's
be
a running
the
back
Well,
to me
running back.
that I
that's
stay
why-
far away from.
Yeah,
I don't
I keep
touch
saying
drafting wise.
This is our pre-training camp rankings,
Yeah.
so I'm only ranking them right here. But after when we're doing our draft in the 3rd or 4th week of preseason, we're gonna know who the starting running back is. If AP is, he's higher on my list. If he's not, he's off my list. You know,
Yeah.
Yep.
that's what it comes down to.
So that was 36.
36. Let's go.
36, I got Carlos Hyde. So I want to elaborate
Oof.
really quick on Hyde, okay, guys? They did so much in the offseason for their offensive line. They gained a lot. They got Jeremy Zuda. They got an ex-Ram Dylan Tim Barnes. They got Gary Gilman and Brandon Fusco. So this gives Hyde, I think, exactly what he needs. He's coming off a horrible offensive line. He had nothing last year, and he was making plays. I know you love Carlos Hyde. I tried getting him from you last year. He was only 12 yards short of 1,000 yards last year, missing 3 games. So we gotta diamond in the rough here. I'm picking him if I get the chance to. I'll even stretch and I'll get him earlier if need be because I really like what he brings to the table this year and what he's done in the off season so far. I think what I've read about him is amazing. So that's me at 36. So what do you got at 36?
At 36, you guys probably have this guy way higher. I have Brandon Cooks. Brandon Cooks at 36. I feel like all my other picks are better.
I like Brandon
Then
Cooks. I gotta
I
see
like
where he's
Brandon-
on my list. I gotta look at this.
I have
quick.
Brandon Cooks at 36.
Damn, I have
they
him
have
so much higher. I'm sorry.
I
Wow.
almost did put him way higher, but I was thinking about it. It's
There's a lot.
hard
There's
to
a lot out
hard
there.
to get onto Brady's good side Cooks just because of his name, Brady's not just going to be like, oh, you're the guy now. He's
They're
going to have
already
to own
they've
it.
already got chemistry. They've already got it.
Well,
they've
I
been hanging out off the field.
How do you know that?
I follow him on
Brandon
Instagram.
Cooks is actually number 33 for me, so I was going to
Wow.
talk about him anyways today.
I have him so high, guys.
I love the guy. He's electric. I mean, this guy, he flies. He always finds a way to get open. That's the best part about him. He's so fast, and the Patriots' offense is so. They're better than anybody. You know, that offense is so good. Tom Brady is so good that Brandon Cooks, I think he's on the same level that he could break records like Randy Moss. You know, like
Could be.
I mean that's how I feel.
know that Brady
so
trusts
you guys got him in
Gronk.
the 30s talking like that, huh?
Yep.
So
I mean, honestly, he should probably be higher on my list because I love Brandon Cooks and I think he's going to have 10 plus touchdowns, 1,000 plus yards, and 100 plus receptions. This guy is going to be a top receiver. He's going to be a number one receiver. I mean,
Brady
you're
doesn't
right.
force feed one receiver though.
He doesn't.
Brady
No, he doesn't.
spreads it out, and that's
But
why
that-
I have
he's gonna
him
be
a little
open.
bit lower. I don't have Edelman on my 50. I doubt you
I don't
guys
either.
do.
No.
I
And
do.
Edelman's,
I do.
yeah, you still haven't said him yet.
No, I haven't said him. He's
Wow,
he's
yeah.
higher.
Oh.
I think he's such a possession receiver, and but they like the
But
Patriots
it's-
do though. They have so many guys on their offense
Yeah.
now that it is scary.
It's hard to trust one
It
guy.
is. I
It's-
completely agree.
That's
So-
that's the only reason I have him lower because I wanted to put him higher, and when I was thinking about
But
it,
what happened with Randy Moss when Randy Moss was on the team?
He got open, just like Brandon Cooks is gonna do.
Exactly.
He's gonna score. He's gonna get touchdowns. I love it. So I love that pick. I have him way higher though. So I disagree with
I know.
what you're
Honestly,
thinking.
looking
I
at
mean,
this
all
and
these
talking about this,
people- yeah,
he should be higher than 33 on my list. He's 33, and I think he should be in the top 20 for sure.
He's in my
36
top
for me.
20. So
He's 36 for me.
don't listen to these guys. You guys want some good advice?
guys, I mean, we kind of we pushed the
We have
podcast
a-
a little bit longer than we expected.
Because everyone wanted to hear what I had to say.
we have
shut your
we have a
mouth.
new guest. So this guy talks off the
He
deep.
Well,
talks
we had to
way too
Wait,
much.
we had to get an extra 10
Yeah,
in, though.
yeah, I
that
know.
was
We're just
hard to
giving you a hard
do.
time.
So you know what, guys?
I-
We're gonna touch base on our 35 through 31, maybe 30, maybe even 35 through 25. I don't know. We're gonna figure
Maybe
it
even
out.
20. Maybe
Yeah.
we could get through a bunch of
Yeah,
them.
we're gonna
I think
try
we
to-
should. We'll speed it up a bit. We'll get through a lot more of these quick, but it's going to get really fun when we get football season rolling and we have a lot of information to talk about. These are just opinions. You guys have to hit us up on Instagram at theleague.podcast and on Twitter at theleaguepod, and that's with 2 E's, The League. So hit us up. Guys, we'll write back to you. We want to give you guys feedback. Thank you so much for
Tyler,
tuning in.
so
Tyler,
happy you
welcome
came in today.
I'm finally
Finally,
here.
we got Baby
I'm
Dad.
finally here.
Awesome.
Baby Daddy.
You guys
Baby
need my
Daddy.
advice. Don't
That's
listen
right.
to their advice. Listen to
Okay.
mine. Listen to mine.
Thank you so
We'll
much
be
for
okay.
tuning in, guys.
Yep.
We will be back tomorrow, eh?
Yep, and we'll be
All right.
posting again soon.
Shouts out to Finley.
Yeah, Finley, baby Ryder.
That's right. We got little football babies coming in.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Bye, guys.
All right.
What did I do? What did I do? The league, huh?